The team of forensic experts at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences have come out and categorically stated that Sushant Singh Rajput died of suicide, that this isn't a case of murder. And yet, in some sections of the media, in some sections of society, we see a desperate effort on to build an alternate reality, to stay disconnected from the facts that stare you now in the face, and to keep repeating lies again and again in the hope that the fans of Sushant Singh Rajput and those who've tracked the case will continue to believe this. Now we're being told by a study done at a top American university that a lot of the noise that you've been hearing on social media is part of a deliberate, malicious campaign run by vested interests. It's almost as if there is an alternate reality that is sought to be created. It's almost as if, where fact ends and fiction begins is no longer certain. And to talk about all of what we're seeing at play in India, and remember, this is part of a global trend, we're joined from Singapore at this time by well-known author Chetan Bhagat. Chetan, welcome. It's great to have you with us, and I want you to, just start by explaining to those who listen to what you say and, read what you write about this phenomena that we're seeing at this moment. For the past 3 months, many people across the country have watched this case riveted, following every twist, every turn. Now you've got the All India Institute of Medical Sciences coming out and saying in a unanimous decision that the AIMS board has come to the conclusion that that Sushant Singh Rajput's death is a case of suicide. And yet there are people who simply don't want to accept this fact. They're clutching on to straws, building an alternate reality. It's almost as if Chetan Bhagat is writing a new book. What are you making of this, Chetan?
I think I try to make more sense. I'm sorry. I try to make more sense because this is, it began with Sushant's unfortunate death, and he related with a lot of common Indians. He was somebody who came from nowhere, became a big star, and it was an untimely death. It was a big story at that time, and for sure. And because he didn't leave a note, people couldn't really fathom it. So there was some mystery to it, and that is fine. And people said, let's have justice. Now, justice to me means a fair investigation and then a trial in court. That's the definition of justice. Justice does not mean something dramatic has to have happened, because it's not a novel. Justice does not mean things we think have happened. Justice does not mean it should have political overtones to it. And I was very much for justice, and I still am, because I knew the guy. I knew him. He was in his first movie was based on my book. I feel like I was part of his journey. He was part of my journey. So I wanted justice. But to me, justice is always seeing what the agencies say.